What's up, everybody? Rex Extreme Werewolf, and we are now back to discussing. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, I had a little sneeze that's been going on around a few days, but anywho, uh, this time we are going to be talking. Okay, so you notice we've done the episodes Home Alone and Slobber Power, which were for Cutter, and then we did the likes of Crash Course and Furious Fun for Aggro. This time, we got Grumblegard, part 1 and part 2, but we will talk about part 1 first. I'm actually currently watching it because for this type of video, since it's basically 2 episodes, let's just say that I'm going to go back and forth from pausing the camera, well, pausing the phone, to pausing the TV, watching it at the same time, but also making the video. So if I'm discussing something to you, that means like the feed is going right now with the seconds going by. That means I'm discussing it after watching what happens. And if it's paused or there's a skip, you'll see. I mean, a time skip in the video. You'll see that was being was watching the video. So this is how we'll start off. But first, people are saying that Rescue Riders was one of the most trashiest versions of Rescue Riders. Bull crap to that. It was so good. I mean, heck, I got 238 views when I was talking about darn Cutter. Because here's the thing. How some of the people don't realize that it is a masterpiece and it should have a movie. When it comes to the merchandise, and if it comes to merchandise, which of course it was only in toys, people state, well, that even as How to Train Your Dragon fans, they still are How to Train Your Dragon fans, and they'll watch any adaptation from the movies and the series prior to this. I mean, the 3 movies from especially the little series of Riders of Berk, Defenders of Berk, and Race to the Edge. Cartoon Network's Riders and Defenders of Berk to Netflix's Race to the Edge. And now, this is who we. So basically, let me just show you. I have a purple box, a blue box, a teal box, a brown box, and although it looks more orange like, but orangey brown, light brown, whatever, and a red box. I have Winger, Summer, Cutter and Burple, and finally Aggro. And the reason why they're like that is because, well, I already opened them, but of course I still have the box so that they could be safe in there. Honestly, I should go on to them, but we're focusing on this. Rescue Riders is still going to be a masterpiece, even if it is sort of in the form of a kid's animation. Well, then again, DreamWorks was always about family movies, and that's sort of kids' movies, and now DreamWorks still has that. So, right, let me discuss the first level of Grumblegard Part 1. It's basically a little episode where you have to save some shriek scales, 2 baby shriek scales, with help by playing as Winger with Dak on, like, okay, so after an inverted diving roll, the Winger and Burple crashing and rolling onto his back. So basically the only characters that you play as only, well, the multiplayer would be that you could play as Dak and Winger, not Burble since he's unconscious. And Winger, like the wolves will probably give, like, let's give the, even though in the episode it shows that the wolves were easily scared off by a hour blast, let's just make it so that each wolf is. I mean, it's like a boss battle. We gotta do something about that. Uh, let's get on to the second level, but I need to watch some of that. So for the second episode, I don't think you can hear that in the background, but the second episode is going to be where you have to play as both Layla, Summer, and Cutter in taking care of three slobber smelters, including Sizzle, one of the baby slobber smelters that sees Cutter as the motherly figure, and Big Brother, who tries to give him a bath, who tries to give the little acid drooling baby a bath. Let's get to the third. Yes, you would do something like that, Zach. So third level is basically. So basically, the first level is like a two-stage thing. The first level is going to be where, yes, you save the two baby shriek scales. Then the second level, you have to tend to both. Oh, actually, I just remembered you also do aggro as well. That's the fourth character you play as because you have to help Heedy practice his fire blast. Only then, it doesn't really work much. Of course, sadly, we all know that Dax Dax going to go at Hazard Island being the reckless fool that he is, even though he is sort of a, I guess, soon to be, I mean, basically a big kid. Not teen, but big kid. Purposely. So I guess the third level would be. Actually, this is the second level. Just trying to fly around looking for Hazard Island, but you're basically just purposely wanting to go Hazard Island. Even aggro and Burble don't like that idea, but Dak, fly over the island rather than going down each one to check for crimson pine bark. That's the only thing that'll stop those shrieking babies or banshees shrieking. You want screaming like a banshee type babies, and you chose to Hazard Island. You just wanted to go there. And then when, how about Hazardous Win? The second stage is that they managed to trick the win. A dragon, obviously, with a mighty wind blast. Actually, no, wait, second. Okay, basically, for this episode, like, seriously, all the. This entire episode the level would have a lot of stages in a way. For one instance, you also have to take care of the babies. Aside from the fact that Summer is wearing a saddle when she didn't even rode out yet, she shows up without the saddle as soon as she walks out of the door. Uh, okay, so basically they tried to. So second stage of the level, that actually third stage, no, fourth stage, trying to get those shriek scales to be quiet, to be happy. Which takes in the form of using buckets at swing sets, dragon swings, still cry. Summer launching them up in the wing with her wings and using her water blasts to, or water squirts to propel them like geysers, like playing catch. But luckily she catches them in her wings. And Cutter horribly sings Ba Ba Black Sheep. A little, a little. You were a little off key, Cutter. Now we go back to Dak's group. Now we're here at the part where they perform. The stage is called Operation Windjammer. So basically, you gotta use Burple to help push back against the wind like a shield or a wind blocker. Yeah, go on without them. You'll find out that you'll meet a dragon that has the power of wind. Yep, the don't dare. You. The don't you dare touch my trees is a dead obvious. Yeah, I mean, dead obvious dead ringer. So, first stage, saving streak scales. Second stage, taking care of the baby. Third stage, finding Hazard Island. Fourth stage, and trying to get onto it. Fourth stage, trying to cheer up the baby shriek scales. And actually managing, and Windjammer. Yep, the classic. Did you just talk to me, answer me? A lot of stuff. Like how aggro was like that, and now Grumblegard's like that. Count one. And it doesn't even work. Fifth level is not only Windjammer, but also Grumblegard boss fight with Aggro, Winger, and Dak, and Burple. Now we're on the sixth stage. Wait a minute, what am I just doing? Okay, so how did I do the levels? Technically, I did say that each episode is basically like some sort of level with different stages, so yeah. This is Grumblegard Part 1. Huh. Yep, Casa Marina. They continue trying. Actually, no, wait, that was just a little cutscene. The sixth stage is right here. He did try. Yep, that's how you usually land, Purple. Okay, let's just fast forward a bit. So they go. So the sixth level stage, or sixth part. Dang, you went the sixth stage. Even though I'm saying that as like I'm saying like some sort of Star Wars character, I'm actually saying the number with the th. It's very hard to say certain consonant words right after a th and the x as well. So, part two of the Grumblegard battle. A nice shot. Okay, so the six things that sort of like an action sequence where you have to press buttons at certain time. Aggro distracts Grumblegard with a button. So I'm going to say B. or Barrier X, who knows? Or no, I'll do Y with Fireball, and then a B for Purple, even though he's purple and not red, but he would still be able to perform a diving roll of his onto Grumblegard and shoot rocks. And then you gotta charge up the X to try to perform a Mega Blast. You also have to save Dak. Only, and again, Dak. You gotta try to sneak past Grumblegard. $21 into the video, still watching it. Yeah, you gotta play as Dak to try to sneak past Grumblegard. And then after the sixth stage, seventh stage, you gotta perform even more stuff. Kind of doing some sort of pose to try. Oh yeah, actually, since I mentioned swallowed in blankets, so we swallowed them in blankets. I think that was before the car, and whatever they did with the cart, maybe pushed it. Luckily, Marina comes to help. And it somehow magically puts him to sleep. Only it didn't work well with Layla. And here comes the eighth stage where you continue collecting the stuff. Oh, apparently Grumblegard didn't really fall for it. Another Grumblegard fight. That's part three. Nice thinking, Purple. Another action sequence stuff. And Winger basically attacks a cave and makes it tumble on him or crumble on him. You should have not have came for that island deck. You should have checked other islands that Duggar clearly stated that he's seen a few Crimson Tree pine barks on. So yes, that's how the gist of all the 8 stages of Grumblegard Part 1 is, but we still have another video to do. We still have another level. Yeah, be angry at Dak for choosing to go Hazard Island. You 3 dragons. Giving him a seriously look from Burt Bull. Winga clearing his throat. And Agro giving him a mm-hmm. Told you shouldn't have done that, Grumblegard. Done that. You should not have done that, Dak. You should check the other places. So that's much of Grumblegard Part 1. Now we should probably head into Grumblegard Part 2, but I feel like we should do that one more episode. So that way we can get into the. We'll do that tomorrow. I promise you this, and then we will finally get into the whole season 2. And then after season 2, we'll get done with the whole. With all of the. So, okay, so for a second, part 2 of Gumblegard will be next tomorrow. Then Wednesday, we'll get to do the whole try get a few episodes of season 2, and then once season 2's done, we'll do the 3 specials, which of course I'm not really happy with the second one, considering it was about that song Wing Dragon. I mean, the songs were a little catchy, just not in the form of goodness. And that was going to be a little difficult to do. And I'm not. I mean, I watched it a few times, but that was pretty much it, or at least twice, I think. In fact, I probably just only fast forwarded all the way to the ending back in 2020. But for any other reason, I'm going to be doing some gaming on Fortnite because, oh yeah, I actually got a new win, but this was not a solo match win. It was with a friend of mine, and we have like he was down and out. He told me to grab his mythic shotgun, his sentinel pump, for instance. I managed to take out the other Harley Quinn team, and then can't remember who was the other person or what by the skin, but with the kneecapper, that is flippin' OP. And my friend was right, because with that weapon, I was getting so many kills. In fact, that's probably how Issa even told me that he got a win with that when he tried it. But anywho, I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all next time for the next discussion of Grumblegard Part 2. Bye!